Abusia Ghana ye wazuyi Ghana ye wo niema kesi wo nipa ye wo nkrofo bi mu ha abusia
munim se Kevin Taylor ni maami akofri supaku wo ye ji abeton wan fasika na anko munim se Ghana for
Sarakatema mama mi eka me hunu video bi a abranche fer Kevin Ekobedu Taylor waye e dia for Prempeh College for ho na akọ hensemfi nsem tantan ukwe de we a wadi Prempeh College for atem ukwe kwan wa fa so wa reje ka ma asentuma ko fibia ade papa bi amfiri mu mada
Etufa media no so ba bia nipa wo trend e Afrifa ni nyina fa no program chenchirenche course e wo US Montreal Washington DC Afrifa na oye special guest na o give you a very great submission e wo hono mo media na so a Ghana for airport Afrifa abaso kiti na Kevin Taylor so nya score Elizato abe class with Kevin Ekobedu Taylor e fa nsem bia say okeka na nsem mu be ma nchire mu no akere wa adwen amame e wo comment section ayi Penyah block media mess wa say ni die mu obe like video no other my button subscribe button so na be click on notification and connect for latest update na be chere wa adwen amame e wo comment section message so ba so no wa share for so anya bi ahwe etenyo ni made a AC e wo Africa ha no mo what I say even to the point that Donald Trump kra abeka bi ni nyina fa ha wa say enkremofo no to a critical no so sa e wo Africa ha no mo especially Nigeria Al-Qaeda for no any Boko Haram for no just mo display on e Nigeria ho no mean say asore na o ma be boy wura mu yes mu nyina no deny Jesus Christ just say e go kwa na e ba ye ma mo chance because be whether say you deny Jesus or not ye ba na afire mu nyina ya fire mu nyina off ye kumu I said den e course Nigeria ho no pa na nsia mu I Sudan e start ho gidi I say enipa kuo bi a wo mu nyina ya arafo omu eka omhubo mu esise atuo ni ade ekura ni nom tisi mountain so ekrefo no omu to omo so ye bu sia wa na ebusawo will you deny your faith as a Christian and will you deny Jesus Christ? No team am adiwe no kosopa e wo hono to the point say even Donald Trump American president wo be ka bi say Nigeria president Tinubu etno ya hwe ha na enkrefo yi etu ekrefo so sa e wo no mamu a ono Obama USA soldiers for aba Nigeria honomo ene Boko Haram for Al-Qaeda for be sieni and yenyini de betimi efre akire aba Donald Trump the warning ena ema Tinubu Bola Ahmed Tinubu the president Tinubu say wo hweye ade ase e course Nigeria na we ni say do hu hwe no onya very careful na say o try hwe ha ono Trump on tena ho emi nkwa Kristo for there be ene obebem na wa protect a Kristo for e wo Nigeria one Boko Haram for Al-Qaeda for ba bi sieni gidi pa e wo na nyanim say Nigeria for oil ye no be peri akọ oil ye no be peri akọ na no so na ye ka na yes how do we cause pa and over Ghana ha so a ye won pa bi a omu social stories a omu nyina wo amonane Kevin Taylor e wo hono Afrifa e wo hono je say dipe bi na na e wo Ghana fo a omu social related stories a omu e wo US e hono enti concerning ade happen in Sudan any ade eno ana America omu hosting program I say CPAC for and host here our program Church Persecution Summit on organizing no iconic Kennedy Center in Washington DC and we have such a program now omu na se omu hia omu pa Africa for na sabi nyansa ne adwene adoru omu tirimu a omutimi omukatuma nyansa wom omu katuma no sem no eto say ye akwa no badwen ba na kasa na dwen mu do adwen ye adwuma omu besa nkofo no bi e don frefre bi free ba bia na sa betru Ghana so na Ghana so no ba ye hwebre ye mpanyansa ni bia omu US hono na omu ye social related stories na Kevin Taylor na Afrifa no ye hwebre ye mpanyansa ni dia nyansa woni tirim dia adwen woni tirim to mu hwemu aye tinton ye sin na no that's what there ye nya sin cry ko ye nse dipo akopa nyansa woni tirim Okatakyie Afrifa mensa bema ba ene ne omu efre no na bema ba kwotena ase ebusia oma a very brilliant submission asane for wan wi mu ase
livelier revival music. That's what I'm going to request. Hannah, can we have revival music? Don't put these. I want you to share with us what has to be done from protecting these places of worship internationally and in your continent.
Right. Thank you, Mrs. First of all, I think we must acknowledge the courage that our brothers have shown in the face of these crimes being perpetrated against them for the faith they believe in. I think we must give it up for our brothers. Let's put our hands together for them. Now, let's see this what I've said. I just want to draw our minds to the point that all throughout human history, anytime the church has been under attack, it is the church that defends itself. So Christendom should not be positioned to be some sort of a weak link for the other people to be emboldened that they have some monopoly over violence and they will continue to persecute the Christian faith. But with that said, I believe that governments, especially on the African continent, have a social contract with the people, a constitutional mandate to protect the people. So nobody should be left untouched if they perpetrate this crime against people who believe in their faith. So first of all, I call on the African continent, the government of the African continent, the African Union, because in the African Charter for Human and People's Rights, it is enshrined the freedom of worship. So why are they not doing anything? If they will not do anything, I believe America has always been the big brother who is always championing. America must impress on these governments, and international bodies must equally impress on these governments to do the right thing to protect the Christian faith. Other than that, the Christian faith must defend itself at all means possible.
Well, I mean, it actually brings up a great point, which is accountability, Christy. So walk me through in terms of these areas where you have these authoritarian governments, you have the Islamic militants. It's all about money too, because they're trying to get these rare minerals in Africa at the cost of the lives. I've seen these videos over and over again of these innocent men, women, and children where they're beheaded. They have to give up their Christian name. If you don't give up your Christian name, you are slaughtered. To what point is that fixable? Is that possible to get to a point that we're being able to protect Christians in these areas, but also, knowing that that we're not alone in this fight? Because I almost feel like Americans they're not aware of this issue that's happening.
Right, so you made a point to the effect that authoritarian leadership and jihadists and all these people perpetrating crime. What we've not averted our minds to is that the persecution of the church is equally an existential threat to even democracy. Because wherever the church has been weakened, democracy does not thrive.
Right.
So I believe that all government that believes in democracy must come to the defense of the Christian faith. Now, with that said, it leaves us, the Christians, with only one thing. There's a hymn when I was sitting down, it kept ringing, onwards, Christian soldiers, marching us to war, with the cross of Jesus going on before. I don't want Christians to start. I like what he said, that we must be vigilant, but we must not be afraid. I think it is time that all Christians across the world must rise up and speak against this criminal dastard act being perpetrated by these criminals and cowards who believe that their existence is the extension of the Christian faith. I think we must go back to our militancy of Christendom. Then they will know that they don't have monopoly over violence. I believe so.
I think, Christy, I want to get your final thoughts here in terms.
Okosia no nyam Ohene mo. Ma say no nyam social media na say usia bia fa bia no. Every for ana air trend there. Every for air trend. The comment section there. Obubo free for abaso pay yi. Na obubo free for abaso. Na say omu say shedi kai we tra fast akra. I say obedra say and Amatella still there in the kitchen. And na kai we tra call on watch. Kai tra go tra USA. Envision be ye hu say wogina ya mountain platform bi ogina so kra ema enkra program ko o wase ema speech dey hu bi kra da. Ye hu bia no atini konsu anim e wona yere kitchen aboa kwasea wajimi ho kankan ho finje dey Jimmy na. Anyway, so can you just yere kitchen na. Obi say some things are for men only. I will choose Okatakyie over Yirima. I say Kevin tell say Afrifa or Okatakyie both Okatakyie. You know we go on count every year, but also Okatakyie. It then normal. And Obi just and then one for men man. Now the obey to see koteke to 1,000 times over Yiruma Yansen. Yiruma who be any koteke to a Bergman or Peno over Yiruma and Fasubia in this war. Oh, they didn't invite the king of Abua, Kwasia. What the Abua has been video. Other than what the photo come me? Huh? Mobile McKenty. Oh, and so for the records, I see former President Kufuor voice and his qualities in you. Also steady Afrifa. How is it, Kasa? The voice, not the Kufuor voice, no. Eh, Mupi. Yeah, I say. Eh, Mupi. We just who Kufuor, every for who Kufuor, every family. And so, can someone call Ama Taylor to check if there is salt in the soup? Because Okatakyie Afrifa will be having dinner with him, irrespective of who you support. You deserve an applause. I do have a party. What you say, Unimunyansa. I join a bit of Chidemo. We say, hey, Okatakyie, you are the man indeed. Wow, future president. I love your perseverance. Hey, I am NDC, but I love this guy. Me don't mind me. That last part, we must be vigilant, but we must not be afraid. God bless you, Ohene. I was in the last part. We must be vigilant. I was saying, yeah, need any free. But we must not be afraid, but we must be vigilant. That's the difference between him and the other one. Okay, that one. No person be chilling him. Okay, that one. No person be chilling. No, you must be Penyah chilling. Hey, Abua, what's here? I'll call it the tear is a demon. Really. You people should wait to the end. We are going to witness what the Lord has for Okatakyie Afrifa. What I say? Grace at work. Keep it. The future is bright, sir. Please, for the first time, congratulations. It's not always about who take a lead or how long you stay at a particular place, but rather knowing what you want and where you want to get to and consistently chase it. Social media should not be insult, but rather impact society and generation positively. And that is what Okatakyie is doing. Africans always exchange confidence over pride. Confidence is everything. And so far, as you have it, you can lead everything. Go higher, Mr. Man. And let the result speaks for itself. What I say? Nana, you are making us proud. Aguna nyametiase. Precisely so. God is great. Nyametiase. We shall be there. A great man from Ashanti. God bless you. Man who comment you can comment here. Man, tia Ashanti comment can comment here. Comment here. Comment comment section will come. Comment be kondo kwa. Fancy. Very courageous and enthusiasm. Keep making us proud. Oh, I'm going to nyametiase. Keep soaring high, Nana. Oh my God, such an honorable man to follow as a mentor. Speak with wisdom and audacity. Okatakyie is the GOAT. That's the way any same be. I just say Ghana for any GMO, Omo, and you can't a free fan.
Ghana, you wazuyi. Ghana, you will near Makesi, you will nipa. You won't kofubi mu high, Busia. Now, human rights and Niema be meeting BHI US. Now, Okatakyie Afrifa was one of the blacks and Africans who were given the opportunity to come as a spokesperson to speak on behalf of Christians.
Hey, Okatakyie Afrifa. What is my area did to that? Man, one after the other. The other kind. I say, any kind da. So be my Christopher feeling so or more a week. See a person someone our young Christopher in the Unkudi. 2. I say, Obi be already what I want to me. Say or another religion, a feeling say, or no that particular religion, or no the Akabia. I wrong. No religion have the right to exercise monopoly over another. Or we are not here, we say. In Africa, we have constitution. And more African, most of the countries know. Only Christian countries. In fact, when you're Christian country, or what we call constitution. And the constitution preaches freedom of worship, freedom of religion, or be our right to join in a religion. Any side here, I then not to rent him say air cost to Africa near Kunkumipa. Na and more African almost say almost preach peace in democracy. Almost come with the rules and regulations, the laws of the constitution. No more enforceable and to insure a bonnet for our own person constitution by Africa. Among to insure so, Nasum Gimbra. Obi no to aso. Esache mu say nobody must be left untouched. Obi biara want to shoot to a wo kunkum nipa of Africa. Any can see Jano Mare Kokwa. They shouldn't be left untouched. Hey! African team is so bad Okatakyie as you. Tio. Obi was actually with you. Okatakyie is actually. African leaders must enforce the law because of its freedom of worship. And America, being seen as the big brother to Africa, they have to defend Africa. Officially, Donald Trump Abekasa. So I had an point in World War Donald Trump direct. Say, Enya Kasabikeke, name of the American president, American minor as a whole, should act in defense of Africans. So when you hear the one paid in what they are, then when you just a statement, they should defend Africans. Now, and a man, Nippon no host lady, no growing, no host program. A year at this Kennedy Center, the Christian Persecution Summit, host, Obuso Okatakyie Afrifa. Okay, at you. Currently, no, Islamic, military be now 1 month in Omudis Abon. Obusaudi, Naso ye Christoni and I Christodina Dawso. Naso 1 to 1 and Jikremudin Crown. Yeku. It is a man or Okatakyie working a woman depend woman. If they would get a cry, Yeku. No, Okatakyie is actually more responsible to host this. The persecution of Christians is equally a threat to our democracy. Okatakyie is stating this. Then we a buy Okatakyie. Or say, see ye kum a Christopher. A the same as Obi Efa Mrasha in Semu. No waka se mi boom raso. So Obi boom raswa at the end of the day. To see ye kum a Christopher. And Africa. Or say a the same as Obi Etomra. In the Ubuza say ye kum yenya. I was see a time situation is a Omu boom raso. Our Africa. It was a mara and one year Juma. I see wherever a threat has been awakened, democracy does not thrive. Baby, a threat will be hard. As you know, this is a threat. Christopher, at the end of any democracy, what's the constitution? So the constitution must act. Okatakyie can emrewie ye ema mrofo na dwen ba so se onu oni mu mrantu ontombra. Oyi no twen bom kakra. No se na Christians ni mpanimfo no kra na adan. Omo ntimi defend omo faith ada. Wo mo so nti military bi e. Christian military. Ekremofo so mo di military be di nsemu na. Christopher so nya military ni. Because some show weakness too much. Well, see, we must meet them with war. Who say this year? What was on per war? And when Okatakyie san about form, and or two side way. Or see, onwards Christian soldiers marching us to war. We shall form a name marching us to war with the cross of Jesus going on before. What chamber for this? The Drew a war. Say Christopher so metna ho. No mum pe etu oni bi. Engu omo ho. Ensani mungu. Ensemhunu no a ekoso no konfo no so. No metwa me eku omo say. And he is reminding them of history. How Christianity came into existence. Timigina say Christianity ejina. Ye na no omo kontokwa. Sa no pa kire o. Eno de this anyu we buy. Onwards Christian soldiers. The Christian soldiers no more way. And the Christian soldiers no more way. We must be vigilant, but not be timid. The last killing part of Okatakyie chapter. I say, I think that we must go back to our Christian military era. That time when the Christians, what kind of history part? The Christians no nanya some kitwo. Sure. The days in the era near the Nasafo. Christians no. The Roman time, the Roman Empire no time near the no. Sure. Next Christopher no kontokapa. So I see they should go back and take those kind of things no on. Omonko fa santa and in sanche. No mon friends yanko free. And yes, I didn't see a kumu. You waiting some work at the American Eye at the Kennedy Iconic Center, hosted by ACPAC, Christian Persecution Summit, a course or what the etu.
Now, answer quiz be a course. Now, quiz a natural science and math quiz. A course. Oh, when you ask go redana air out of nowhere. Kevin Taylor, Ednany ABC Prempeh College, so ana odi wo matem. Na sanse we no, ana Elizato si David, masa. Ontna ho, Emma Kevin transfer ni mo no ho safo hene. Entwa mo Prempeh College for Elizato. Abere reply Kevin na Kevin Taylor.
Sarakatema mama mi eka. me hunu video bi a abranche fere Kevin Ekobedu Taylor waye e dia for Prempeh College for ho na akọ hensemfi nsem tantan ukwe de we a wadi Prempeh College for atem ukwe kwan wafa so a warege ka ma asentuma ko fidi a ade papa bi amfiri mu mada as usual enam so ye trouble bi gotunti of akwan bi so a ekotwe asantefo be wuram edi o matem rough Kevin Taylor na edi kan papa na adene beto was your headmaster ma Prempeh College no enye nokre e palpable falsehood papa no me pacho onye headmaster e ma Prempeh College since 2023 who penny power headmaster ma Prempeh College a very Reverend Louis Asare and a global president the whole world who penny power that Prempeh College for one of the greatest doctors your friend Dr. Akwalache na me kan sim bia chero who the first school di can win national science and math schools in this country Prempeh College I win national science and math schools 5 good times according to West African Examination Council no the 10 best schools in West Africa untimi nka enyi Prempeh College enu owasidin emfrimuda ufi voter region school bien voter region obetimi na compare Prempeh College. I'm telling you, and it's a fact, it's an inescapable fact. What the infant say asantefo mpe school asantefo edwo mo no mo ni hwe se na wo ka no me pacho school ben the voter regional we winning national science and math schools. The last time I Kita secondary school be this second was a third no na me wo me anti nchen wo Kita one good week nipa kura nkwa adwuma solo kunkwa ope omo ko school to say Prempeh College but otienie the Ahoy family NDC kutomo se kusua NDC akoma ne kutomo no omuko Prempeh College o mampenye kofo o Prempeh College the former chief of defense staff of Freedoma and so called Prempeh College one senior ziga aborta on the true behavioral aspect of marketing one of the greatest marketing lecturers of all time tenye wa bia ma Holland president and I say Holland na ban e friend e man born you can born e wo English ma e kire se o Prempeh College metima akasa ha open schools and that's one of the schools are produce engineers, doctors, professors, responsible men in this country. Prempeh College no was untimi your mum free muda. And to Prempeh College dia ya for respect ya den and for kan mesro de bia obefa kwan bi so akofa santifo be so adi o matem ba Kevin Taylor o maami ya igbeni efridenu ana o papa nso eye asini nanso emma o mo pe bebia bobra awu mo atetemo no eya santimantem no mo bae ade bia wo ye bia no surely give an account of it bra wanya bia moase a emmo ne krono no tie ne ye me se wanya bia moase a emmo ne krono no
munim se Kevin Taylor ni maami akofri supaku wo ye ji abeton wan fasika na anko munim se Ghana for Kevin Taylor maami akofa supaku abeton ama nurses for no wan fasika no ankotua intini maami ye wanted alawa na ni ba Kevin Taylor say ya mamu alawa mako to supaku abon kwan se Kevin Taylor ni mami ton supaku na sika na guess ni di ba nurses for di ba be to supaku abon kwan no ya trust say alawa money ene ya si ni mami betua supaku ka ene se onim se ni mami anko free supaku intro na media onu nso no wadi intro one dating nurse ni biada nurse ni bia nche alawa ankobo eye ntoasem keke na oka ene se ya mpa ene ni maami na ato supaku no ama nurses for no nti na ohun ye ba se nya sa na onchire bebia wan hu nurses for agi alawa supaku nkwan na omudi bobo ye nyina ye nko ye ano cha o manyir biga kwebere kurkuri
Ubit machire wadwen amame e wo comment section. Aha yi Penyah Media. Accra.